Hi, my name is Elizabeth Camacho, and this is my leadership project, Students as Mentors to Facilitate Spanish Language Education. I'd like to give a special thanks to my student mentors that helped organize and facilitate the tutoring sessions, Amira, Renita, Uma, and Sarah. Also, the Spanish National Honor Society that helped donate some materials to the tutoring sessions. And finally, the Spanish teachers in the department that helped facilitate the tutoring sessions, Allison, Emily, and Terry. Currently, the Blue Valley School District has a demanding Spanish curriculum. Students are expected to achieve a full level of proficiency step within several months. They are also expected at our school to attain a certain number of oral production points, and so speaking is highly encouraged and is part of their grade. They are also expected to achieve the next level of proficiency to some degree during each performance assessment. And so the performance assessment rubrics are quite difficult or challenging for students as well. Many students, due to this, do feel frustrated, and there is a 68% dropout rate after Spanish 2 in the Blue Valley School District. Many of the lower level Spanish teachers that I've spoken with do feel frustrated that given the large class sizes and the difficulty in material, and also the difficult proficiency level that their students are at. They're going from novice to intermediate, which is extremely difficult to attain. They feel frustrated, and they also know that their students feel frustrated. And students that need help sometimes go without help due to large class sizes and limited amounts of time during the class day. Currently at our school, there are no academic support sessions allocated during the school day. And so this puts our students at quite a disadvantage, especially if they have been absent or need additional help, which is quite common given the demanding curriculum. Therefore, I believed that creating a tutoring session during the school day for students taking Spanish classes would be extremely helpful and would help alleviate frustration on the part of students and also help teachers that are frustrated as well. So the objectives were to support students in their academics, in their Spanish classes, help prepare them better for their performance exams, help them with study strategies, etc., help practice the material that they were learning in their courses. And I believe that this would also improve students' performance on performance assessments, given the additional practice. Also, the tutoring session that would occur during the school day would allow for more students to speak more of the target language and therefore earn oral production points that are part of their grade. And then finally, I believed that having a team of student mentors would provide positive examples for students that were in lower level Spanish courses, and also the student-to-student interaction I believed would be a positive interaction, and students could perhaps better explain the material using more adolescent language, more layman terms, and would help encourage them to also continue taking Spanish courses, given that they had started out just like they had, but now had reached an advanced level of proficiency. During the planning stages, I gathered a team of 4 advanced placement or AP5 students that were also part of the Spanish National Honor Society and are very motivated students and very welcoming and friendly students as well, and extremely reliable. So I thought that this team of students would be wonderful to work with lower level students. I chose Amira as the student leader, and she did a fantastic job in communicating with her team members, delegating tasks, and planning meetings. During our first meeting, each student chose their role, with which they felt comfortable. Several students chose to be assistants or just solely tutor students, and another student, Sarah, chose a more organizational type role, signing in and out students, making sure that they got the correct help that they needed, the correct textbook, curriculum guide, etc., and also handed out and collected exit surveys. The project leader, Amira, also listed the group tutoring sessions and the announcements, which helped get out the word that this additional help during the school day was available to them. Finally, I spoke and communicated with my department colleagues, and I had them rotate and choose a Thursday that would work with them the best in hosting the tutoring sessions. And most of the Spanish department team members were excited about the project as well, and about students leading the extra help sessions. And finally, the student mentors developed the check-in list and exit survey that students receiving additional help would complete. So the materials were primarily provided by myself, and some other materials were donated by the Spanish National Honor Society, such as additional pens, pencils, and textbooks. I also made sure that each mentor had curriculum guides for the lower level Spanish courses so that they would better understand what the students were working on. Again, as I stated before, Sarah signed students in and out and had students complete the exit surveys. I copied these papers for them in advance. And finally, the mentors helped students as needed, and very rarely the teachers told me that they had to help the mentors or answer additional questions. Here is the list of students that signed in during the 3 tutoring sessions that we provided. This is one of the exit surveys that was completed. One of the students did say that they would not return given it was their only time to sleep in, since students are not required to come before 9 a.m. and the tutoring sessions were occurring from 8 to 9. Here are more examples of the exit surveys that students completed. A lot of the students felt positive about their interaction with their mentors. However, there were times in which mentors struggled to use more layman terms with the lower level students. Also, during the exit surveys, in many of the comments, most of the comments stated that having more mentors would be more helpful. At times, there were more students than mentors available. They also said that the mentors did encourage them and they felt supported and they did work well with the students seeking help. And finally, students responded very positively about attending tutoring sessions during school hours. This is a graph of the exit surveys and the comments. Again, most students felt very strongly, they agreed strongly, or they agreed that they received help and that the tutoring sessions helped them. They also, the majority stated that they would return. However, again, many stated that they would not, since it was the only time that students have to sleep in during Monday through Friday. And finally, we did ask students whether or not they would attend tutoring sessions during Power Hour, which is a tutoring time that is possibly going to be implemented next semester, which will occur during the lunch hour. And students can seek help from teachers, attend meetings with organizations, and we thought that this might be a chance for us to continue these tutoring sessions instead of late start, designating a day, one day a week during Power Hour to provide support and assistance to students taking Spanish. My student mentors and I have met with administration about holding a tutoring session for Spanish students during Power Hour, and they responded very positively. We will be following up with them in the next week once more of the nuts and bolts are decided regarding Power Hour and what that will look like. The administration is still trying to decide what exactly Power Hour will entail. We do want to continue to the tutoring sessions. The mentors all stated that they would love to continue tutoring students in lower level Spanish courses. We would also like to recruit more mentors to provide more assistance and help reach more students. And finally, we discussed tutoring students in a separate space instead of utilizing the Spanish teachers' rooms. There were at times conflicts, and teachers needed their rooms to work one-on-one with a student or have students make up exams. And therefore, perhaps conducting the tutoring sessions in what we call at our high school a flex space would possibly work just as well. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and goodbye.